Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to 30 Days of Pride, where we are talking about a different LGBTQ plus trailblazer organization or event that helped push the needle forward and lets us celebrate Pride the way we do today in 2020. Today we're going to be talking about one of the tipping point riots in the gay rights movement before Stonewall in. So we are talking about the Compton Cafeteria riots today. This happened 3 years before the Stonewall Rising in 1963, and it happened in San Francisco in the Tenderloin District, which was later renamed and became one of the major gay districts in San Francisco. Compton's Cafeteria was a lot like Cooper's Donuts, which I talked about in the first video of this series. It was an open meeting place for people who didn't necessarily fit in with the rest of the gay community at the time. So this was transgender people, drag queens, gender non-conforming people, sex workers, and poor and impoverished people. This was a place that they could go instead of the underground gay bars to hang out and find a lot of family for them. Now this all kicked off with a worker at the cafeteria called the police because one of the patrons was being unruly, and it happened to be a trans woman. The police at this time, as they are today, as they will be in the future, as they always have been, were very, very aggressive towards this trans woman and the rest of the patrons there, and it escalated into a huge riot. There were trans people and drag queens throwing hot coffee at the police. They were throwing coffee cups, they were throwing knives and forks, they were throwing anything that they could get their hands on at the police, throwing them into the crowds of officers. And the riot escalated so high that the police had to retreat and get back up and come back. By the time the backup came, the whole street was rioting with people coming out of other establishments and gay bars to fight back the police, and the riot just grew from there. Arrests happened that night, arrests kept happening the next day because it was such a big kind of riot. It was one of the first times that a riot this huge happened in a city like San Francisco that really showed the visibility of these trans people and drag queens and non-binary people and sex workers, and showed that they truly had feelings and they wanted the same rights as everyone else wanted. There's a very amazing standalone episode in Netflix's Tales of the City that goes over this riot. I really implore you guys to watch it. I think it's a really amazing episode. It's my favorite of the series that they did, as well as look up some documentaries on it. It's a time in the history that the media really tried to repress and hide. We didn't really know about this story until a couple years ago when a trans historian was searching through some archives and found mention of it. It's a great example of a time where the community came together and really stepped up for each other, but then was met with the rest of the world trying to bury and hide the truth. It's just kind of a great message of perseverance in our community that shows we have a lot of deep history with Black trans women especially that we oftentimes just brush under the rug. So thank you for watching this video today, and thank you for getting kind of a background about Compton's Cafeteria riots, and I hope it inspires you to go out and look for history that pertains to yourself or pertains to another kind of group of people that you might not know about. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. You can find all my social media links down below. Follow me there, where you can keep up to date with all of the posts that I will be posting throughout the rest of the month. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great Pride. Bye.